What if I told you that there was once a player in the Real Madrid Academy who was considered more promising than Lamine Yamal? Welcome to the story of Paulo Iago, a name that danced on the tongues of scouts, coaches, and football enthusiasts alike in the early days of his career. A player whose raw talent and unyielding determination made him a standout in Real Madrid's youth academy. From the moment he set foot onto the pitch, Iago's potential was evident. His nimble footwork, his uncanny ability to read the game, his precise passes, and his natural knack for finding the back of the net. All of these elements combined to form a player who seemed destined for greatness. His former coaches and teammates recognized his unique abilities. They marveled at his vision, at his technique, at the way he could control the ball as if it was an extension of his own body. They saw in him a future football legend, a player who could redefine the game. He was exceptional, one of his former coaches once said. He had this innate understanding of the game that you rarely see in young players. We all believed he was destined for greatness. In those days, his name was often spoken in the same breath as another rising star, Lamine Yamal. Yet many believed that Iago's star shone a little brighter. His technical skills, his understanding of the game, his goal-scoring ability, all seemed to give him an edge over Yamal. But as we all know, potential is just that, potential. It's the promise of what could be, not a guarantee of what will be. And for Paulo Iago, that promise was never fully realized. A star that seemed destined to light up the football world, instead began to fade. Paulo Iago, a name synonymous with potential unfulfilled, was on track to become one of football's greats. But sometimes, even the most promising journeys take unexpected turns. This is his story. During his youth career, comparisons were often drawn between Paulo Iago and Lamine Yamal, another rising star. Both were talents groomed in the prestigious Real Madrid Academy, shining brightly amidst their peers. Yet, their style of play was as different as night and day. Yamal, known for his lightning speed and agility, was a force to be reckoned with on the field. He could outpace opponents with ease, weaving through defenses like a hot knife through butter. On the other hand, Iago, with his impeccable technique and vision, was a maestro in midfield. His ability to control the game and deliver killer passes was second to none. Analysts and fans would often engage in heated debates, dissecting their performances, comparing their strengths and weaknesses. Yet, when dust settled, the consensus was clear. Paulo Iago was tipped to outshine Yamal. Little did they know, the trajectory of Iago's career was about to take an unforeseen turn. But football, like life, is unpredictable, and for Paulo Iago, a devastating injury was about to change everything. Just as Paulo was beginning to make his mark in the world of football, tragedy struck. Midway through a pivotal match, Paulo went down. The stadium fell silent. The promising star was sidelined with a critical injury, one that would see him off the pitch for an entire season. This was more than just a physical setback. It was a mental battle, a test of willpower. The beautiful game he loved so dearly was suddenly out of his reach. His meteoric rise came to an abrupt halt. The world watched as Paulo Iago, who was once at the cusp of stardom, struggled to cope. The road to recovery was grueling. Long hours of rehabilitation, the constant battle with pain, and the creeping doubt about his return to form. It was a journey fraught with hardship. But Paulo was not one to give up. He fought every single day to get back on his feet, to get back on the pitch. His return to the field was met with anticipation and apprehension. Would he be the same player? Could he reach the heights he was destined for? Paulo gave it his all. He pushed his limits, trying to regain the form that had once made him a sensation. But the game is as much mental as it is physical. While his body recovered, the mental scars of the injury lingered. The once fearless player now hesitated in tackles. His moves lacked the confidence of the past. Paulo Iago, the player who was once touted to be better than Lamine Yamal, was struggling to find his footing. An entire season away from the pitch. It was a blow that Paulo Iago and his career would never fully recover from. Despite his best efforts, the Paulo Iago that returned to the field was a shadow of his former self. His story serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of a footballer's career, a testament to the unpredictable nature of the beautiful game. The road to recovery was grueling, and despite his best efforts, Paulo struggled to regain his form. It's often said that the hardest part of an athlete's career isn't the training, the competitions, or even the pressure to perform. It's the injuries, the setbacks, and the uphill battles that truly test their spirit. For Paulo Iago, this was a journey laden with countless hours in the physiotherapy room, grueling rehabilitation exercises, and the mental fatigue of watching his teammates play while he was left on the sidelines. It was a time of introspection, of redefining his relationship with the sport he loved, and facing the harsh realities that sometimes the body can't keep up with the spirit's desire to excel. It's easy to forget that athletes are, after all, human. They, too, are vulnerable to the same doubts and fears that we all face. In Paulo's case, the fear was not just about whether he could play again, but whether he could play at the level he once did. The fear of being a shadow of his former self, the fear of disappointing those who believed in him, and most of all, the fear of disappointing himself. But Paulo Iago is not a man to back down easily. He pushed through, struggling to regain his form, his confidence, and his place on the team. He fought his way back onto the field, but the journey was far from easy. Each game was a battle, each pass and shot a testament to his determination and resilience. Sadly, the magic seemed to have faded. Despite his best efforts, Paulo couldn't quite reach the heights he once did. His performances were inconsistent, and his place in the team uncertain. The once bright star seemed to have dimmed. But let's not forget, the true measure of an athlete isn't just in the trophies they win or the records they set. It's in the battles they fight, the strength they show in adversity, and the heart they display on and off the field. Paulo Iago may not have become the superstar many envisioned, but he remains a testament to the human spirit's resilience. He is a reminder that sometimes the struggle is just as important as the success. Paulo Iago's story, while heartbreaking, offers invaluable lessons about the unpredictability of football careers. As we journey through the highs and lows of his career, we can't help but ponder over the what could have been. Imagine the headlines, the accolades, the electrifying moments he could have created on the pitch. A talent like Paulo's comes once in a blue moon, and it's a shame we didn't get to see it shine in its full glory. But let's not get carried away with the could-have-beens. Let's talk about the reality. Paulo's journey is a stark reminder that in football, as in life, there are no guarantees. Even the most promising talent can be derailed by unforeseen setbacks. In Paulo's case, it was that fateful injury. The world of professional sports is demanding, both physically and mentally. It requires not just talent, but resilience, determination, and a bit of luck. Paulo's story underscores this truth. Despite his exceptional skills, his potential was curtailed by circumstances beyond his control. His story is a testament to the harsh realities athletes often face behind the glamour of the sport. But it's not all doom and gloom. Paulo's journey teaches us about resilience, about the spirit of never giving up. Despite his injury, he didn't throw in the towel. He fought, he struggled, he strove to return to the field. His determination is a lesson in itself. The story of Paulo Iago is one of unfulfilled potential, yes, but it's also a story of resilience, of courage, of the unyielding spirit of an athlete. Paulo may not have reached the heights he was destined for, but his story is no less inspiring. Paulo Iago's journey, filled with promise and plagued by misfortune, serves as a sobering reminder. In football, nothing is guaranteed. His story is a testament to the unpredictability of the sport, a lesson for all those who dare to dream.